Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan, and today I thought I would do something a little bit different. So if you're new here, I have a Patreon that I give away collage sheets, digital collage sheets that you can download and print every month. It's $5 a month, and you get access to all of those current month and then everything before that as well. So I was thinking that it might be kind of fun. I do offer like full-size sheets like this one, but then I also have like this is one of the current month sheets. So then you have like the different ephemera that you can use. So I have those, and then I have the full sheets as well. This was from, I think, April of last year, and I printed it out on some cardstock because here's what I was thinking. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was thinking that it might be kind of fun to make a journal out of current and previous pages. And it's just going to be like a full-size sheet, just folded in half. So very simple. And then I went ahead, like I said, I printed this out on cardstock. And then on the back, I have this really pretty, like a gingham sort of pattern on the back. And this was from, I believe, January of this year. So if you do decide that you want to support me over on Patreon, like I said, you'll have access to everything that I have posted on my Patreon from the beginning. So you'll have access to all of these different, the collage pages, and then also these full-size pages too. So let me just kind of go through my stack of papers here that I gathered up. I do not remember which month these are from. I know that I remember the current month, March, and then probably like January, February, March. Those are probably the best ones I can remember, just because I do offer so many of them, and so I forget. But this was a past one, really pretty, and then the backs are blank. This was a ledger that I had found at a flea market that I decided to go ahead and scan in the computer, so I got that one. This is the current month of March. This is one of the pages from that. And this one, when I printed it off, it printed a little bit wonky in the corner there, so I decided that that would be perfect to use in the junk journal. So, and then this is another image from this month. I decided to do a few, well, or add more in, I guess, horizontal images, so that if you do want to make a journal with them, you have the image horizontal. So got that one. This is the current month. That was really pretty. This is current. So love daisies, my favorite flower. And then this is current month, and it's I don't know if it's really showing up on camera, but it's a very light blush color in the background. This is the current month. So I've got some roses here. Loved that black and white. Probably goes like this, actually. I've got this one. This is the current month. And then I have another one of these that also printed wonky in the corner. So I grabbed that in case I wanted to use it for something. And then here's some more of the previous month's images. So this one is, I did some jelly printing, and then I just printed that, or scanned them into my computer and printed them off. I did a full page of this one, and then I also did smaller images. So I grabbed that. I have a few sheets of extra coffee dyed paper, because they were just on my desk. So I threw them into this pile, even though those aren't technically on my Patreon. But just for some interest, maybe something a little bit different, I thought I might need that. So here's an image for my Patreon as well. This is a past month, I believe, like last summer. I just kind of love that. I had that book page I scanned in, and then got the flowers on the top of that. This one from a past month. This was another jelly print that I scanned in, and then made it into a full-size paper. So when I print these, I will print them as borderless. So it's a like an option when I go to print. You can change the paper or choose the paper size. And one of the options on my printer, which is an Epson EcoTank, is US borderless. So that's how I print these, where I don't have the border around the edges. So I've got that one. This one was the previous month as well. Same thing, did jelly printing and then some stamping on top of a dictionary page. Again, another jelly print that was on like a lined, just a piece, a regular piece of notebook paper. And then this one, which got a little bit bent, but that's okay. Now this one, obviously it has the borders, and this was when I printed it, I wasn't paying attention, and so it got printed regular. But it's okay because I don't really want every page in this junk journal to be, or in this journal, to be, you know, the same size. I kind of want all the different sizes in there. So I thought this would be perfect. So that's what we're working with. And like I said, I've got this as my cover. I thought that'd be really pretty for spring. Perfect colors and just very, very springy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me get a few things gathered up here and then I will be right back. Okay, we are back. I just have a few things. I've got a distress ink, oh my word, in the walnut stain. My little, whatever you call these thingies, scissors, and then a couple rulers so that I can tear the pages if I need to make them smaller. So that's pretty much all I have right now. Gonna be a basic journal, and I'm just gonna kind of see how I feel as I go along with this. And my plan for this, which I guess I didn't really mention, but you'll notice if you read the title of the title of this video, it's going to be a giveaway journal. So I'm really excited about that. I thought that'd be fun. So I'll have all of the information below for you in the description box on how to enter. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. It's got my cover here. What I want to do first of all is grab my scoreboard, which I don't have in front of me here. Okay, and I just want to go ahead and score this because, okay, these are a couple tools I should have gathered up beforehand with the rest of the things, but I didn't. So, okay, got my little scoring tool, and I just want to score this in the middle. So it's going to be 5.5. And I'm using kind of the smaller end of this thing. I don't know. I bought these on Amazon and it came in a whole set. It has different sizes at the ends. This one's a little bit bigger. I don't know what the difference is, I guess. So I think if the paper is really thin, you probably wouldn't want to necessarily use a thinner end because I think it might tear the paper. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna give this a fold here. And this will be just a one signature journal. And I want whoever wins this journal to be able to add plenty of things to make it their own. So that's kind of just what I was thinking. I do want to round the corners. So I've got my corner rounder here. I'm going to do that real quick. And I got this on Amazon, and I love this thing. I've had it for several years, and it is amazing. And it's in my Amazon favorites list, which is linked below in the description box if you want to check that out. And I was trying to decide, so I got, of course, my distress ink and stuff, but I don't know if I want to do distressing on this journal, because if the person that wins it doesn't like that look, it might be, they might not use the journal, and I definitely want it to be used and loved. So I don't think I'm going to add any distressing to the cover or the pages inside. So okay, we've got our cover here. Now, this is obviously a full-size paper, so I'm going to want my pages to be just a little bit smaller. Otherwise, the pages will stick out. And you'll see what I mean here as we kind of pull this together. So I want to have probably like 10 pages for this journal. And yeah, just because it's only like a one signature journal, you don't want to get too many pages in it, because then it's going to be hard to manage it. So all right, this is going to be really hard to choose. I want to have a good variety of color and then like a good variety of papers. So that's why I pulled in some of these jelly prints from last year, because I thought they were absolutely perfect color-wise, but then also they're different. So this is on a grid paper, this is dictionary, and then this is just a regular lined paper. So, oh, and the other thing I'm going to do also is to glue some of these pages together. So I'm going to need more than 10. I probably won't glue them all together, but I do kind of want to pull in more than 10 pages. So let me see how many I have. I'm going to pull these coffee dyed ones out first. Let's see, this one might be kind of fun to have. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna pull that extra purple one out. What was I on? 13, 14, 15. Let's count them again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is kind of just match them up front and back, kind of just work through that. So I'll probably fast forward this a little bit, and because it's going to be a process. So, but I don't want to talk your ear off and just, blab on about nothing for the time while I go through and sort these. So I'm going to do that. I'll put on some music and I'll be back in just a sec. All right, I am back. And I went ahead and had the camera off, and then I got a phone call. So I'm back, but I did go ahead and get everything glued together, like I said. And then I also cut the pages down because I figured that's kind of boring. Nobody wants to watch that. All right, now I have the pages sort of cut down. I might need to adjust as I put them into the journal. I did also have another thought, which we're going to kind of see how this works. But since I doubled up some of these pages, I am a little bit concerned that they may not fit into this journal very well, into this cover very well. So I may need to fold this differently to make a little bit of a spine, but we're just going to kind of see how it goes. So we're going to go with the flow. All right, so now what I want to do is score these and fold them. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard again, and we will just start scoring. Now, I've got that done. All right. Let's start putting this together here and see kind of what we have. So usually when I'm starting a junk journal, I'll look at the kind of the inside cover. What do I want to see when I open it, you know? I think I'm going to start with this as the first page. Just kind of flipping through here to make sure that's what I want to do. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so this will be the first page. And then I'm just going to start, so you can see how I cut them a little bit smaller than the cover. That's what we want. So just so we can make sure that these fit in here. And then you might need to fold them differently. So I just did it randomly, kind of how I picked them up. And I think, let's actually flip this one around. And this is totally personal preference too. So it's kind of just whatever you want to do. Let's do one of these shorter ones here. And then like that side. And then I want to put, and I'll probably change this like 5 times, but that's okay. That's kind of just how this works out. Oh, we've got these 2 pages here that need to go. I'm going to fold those real quick. Okay, now these are going to need cut down because they are not, they're just regular size. So I think that looks pretty. And then this is where things are going to kind of change too, because I need to do what I'm going to do on the back of here. So let's just go ahead and put these in here random. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, 6, 7 pages. All right. So you see why we trimmed down, because yeah. Even though this was print, I didn't cut this down. This is just a full-size piece of paper, but when you put these signatures in here, they kind of bunch out. You can kind of see that there in the middle, how they just kind of move forward. Now, when you go to bind it in to the journal, it does help, but you're still going to have just a little bit of overhang just to how the papers kind of stack together. So well, we're going to fix that. But I don't know if I really want to add anything else to, yeah, I don't know if I want to add these. These are both coffee dyed paper. Let me think here. Let's flip through here. Well, let's just add them just for kicks here. And where do I want to put them? Let's do one in the middle. And then let's do this one. Let's got the coffee dyed in the middle. Let's flip him around and put him right here. So let's see how thick it is. It's really not too bad, actually. Now I'm going to be adding some pockets and stuff like that. I think what I want to do is I am going to go ahead and just crease this a little bit more to make like an actual, like a little spine for the book, for the signature to sit into. So I'm going to do that real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead, made our little spine here. So just kind of the rounded spine there, so it kind of fits in. And I went ahead and trimmed down my papers. So now they've got a little bit of a margin, which is what we want. So there we go. All right, now I have those couple pages that don't have anything on the backs of them. Where did I put them? Right here. Now, I kind of like these two together, so I think I'm gonna leave that. And I wanna do something on this page that's gonna sort of coordinate with this. I don't always worry about that, but you know, what I'm gonna do is just very simple. I'm just gonna do some stamping on this page. And other options that you could do, you could just coffee dye it real quick. But I'm just gonna do some stamping. And I think I wanna do, since this is kind of a florally theme journal, let's grab some butterflies and flowers here. Okay, and we're gonna have some different options to kind of play with. Grab my little stamp blocks here. Okay. So I don't want it to be exactly the same on both papers, right? It's just gonna coordinate. So I think I'm gonna do this echinacea flower over here, and then I think on the other side, I'm gonna do this kind of tall flower with butterflies and dragonfly, maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna see how it goes here. Okay, I forgot my little mounted little acrylic block here. So I've got my Ranger Archival ink in jet black. And we're just gonna kind of stamp. I usually change my mind as I'm going. I have like an idea what I want to do, but sometimes it just changes as I work through it. So, but I know I want to put this, oh, actually we're gonna do this coneflower on this side. I forgot the orientation of it is this way. And then you don't want to rock the stamps back and forth. You just want to press down firmly and kind of give the ink a chance to absorb into the paper. This stamp is the lines on it are very thin. So you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Kind of, not abstract's not really the right word, but just very thin lines. So I'm gonna give that a chance to soak in. Put this one away. And let's do, let me think here. I'm gonna do dragonfly up here in the corner. Or somewhere. We'll see what I decide when I get the yeah, we're just gonna put him right up here in the corner. Oh, that's pretty. Clean off my stamp here. Okay, and then I got a little bit of ink on the paper, of course, because, you know, that's just how that works. All right, let's move on to the second page here. And the echinacea stamp is from Linda Israel. I'll have her website below for you if you want to check her out. These rubber stamps, or clear stamps I got from, I think these are from Amazon. All of my, well, the dragonfly, those are not, those might be from the Dollar Tree actually. But anything that I got from Amazon will be linked below in that, excuse me, that Amazon favorites list. All right, so let's do this one in the corner. clean him off. All right, and then I think for this one, yeah, let's do the butterfly, this like from the side, little side view. Let's do the smaller block here. Goodness, my throat is like froggy today. You can tell it's warmer out because, yeah, that whole thing has started now. Or should we put it down here? Like these on the flower? No, I don't think so. I don't think I want to do that. I want to put them up here. All right, so let's see what we got here. Now, like I said, I want to leave this journal somewhat open for the person who receives it to be able to add color. You know, you could color these in with some colored pencils. And as far as journaling, I think, so I have some, some of these little notepads here that are kind of fun to use for extra writing space on the page. Because I don't know about you guys, but I struggle with writing straight if I don't have lines. So all right, so I got these two here. I was kind of thinking though, I might want to do these without the flowers on them. Might save those for another page. So let's do, and this one's going to be smaller. I may not do one on this page just because there's not enough room there. I think let's do the, let's see. Let's do the blue. And just real simply, these are just tear-off sheets. I got these at the Dollar Tree. And so what you want to do is just, I'm going to fold this in half so that I make sure I see where the middle is. So I'm just going to add this. So I want to cut it down because obviously it's going over the page there a little bit, or over the images. So let's give it a little trim. And I think I probably need a little bit more. And then I'm going to trim some off the bottom as well. Actually, I may do the top. Yeah, let's just do a little bit so it's not quite so long. Okay. Oops. About glued it down upside down. So guess we're gonna put it right about there. I'll grab my little glue. And this is just the art glitter glue. I got it from Amazon, and then I just put it in one of these smaller bottles with these really fine nozzles on the end. I love art glitter glue because for like gluing down paper, because it doesn't, I don't know, it sticks amazingly well. And I'm always just like in awe of how well it sticks down. And it doesn't make your paper like wrinkly. I hate that. Oh, it drives me crazy. Okay, let's put the lid back on here. So there we go. We've got that writing space there. And then the person, like probably if this was my spread, I would go in with a Tombow marker. This is what I would do. Okay, so but you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but just for some ideas. I would probably make some lines here, maybe start up here with the Tombow marker and just go ahead and do the lines myself to make my own writing space. And then on this page, I would probably add like some washi tape or like a quote maybe with some, you know, stamps. You can write it if you want, just to kind of decorate that a little bit more. But like I said, I really want this to be a journal that whoever gets it, you know, can personalize it and make it their own. So that's, yeah, but just some ideas for that, how to make that some writing space. All right, and then that page is done on the inside. So, and we'll kind of go back through and decorate some of the pages too. So like I said, I want to add, you know, tuck spots and pockets and stuff like that, but I want to just get these pages decorated first. So now for this page, as far as decorating the inside here, I'm going to grab, I'll be right back, one sec. Okay, so I have this piece of copy paper here that I just did a print on. I didn't just do this. I mean, what I did was a few months ago, I was playing around with my stencils and some glitter spray and made this little print. So I thought that'd be pretty to glue onto the back of this sheet. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and glued that onto the back. So now that page is done. And I want to go ahead and put this sort of in some sort of order. I was kind of thinking that, I don't know, I might actually like that as the first page. It's just a little less busy. You know, you've got your cover, just a little less busy than this one, I think. So, all right, let's see what we got here. And this one, I don't like that in there. Got the peach tones here with those, and the layering, I like that too. So, okay, so now I got that kind of in order. I want to go through and round all the pages, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've got all of those rounded, and you don't have to do that. Like if you make your own journal, you don't have to round the corners if you don't want to. You can leave some of them with the squares on it if you want. It's totally up to you. Now I just want to go through and I want to add some stitching. I think I want to do some stitching on the cover, and then I'm just going to pick out some pages here to do some stitching on, and then make sure I've got these all turned the right way. Some of them don't matter, but some of them are definitely is a right way and a wrong way. So, and then, so yeah, I'm gonna do that stitching real quick and I'll be right back.